Hey y'all, we are live. Happy Tuesday. This is my review for The Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 16, episode 13. Now, this is the episode where they all go to Grenada, cash trip begins. We are near the end of the season. We have about maybe 3 episodes left, maybe 4. Crazy. Crazy. I mean, hopefully we see Atlanta back for season 17. I did not watch this live, so who knows how the ratings are going to be. Like Sunday, I was enjoying myself. I got really wasted, and that is why y'all didn't get this review on Monday. Now, before I get into this review, please make sure you hit that like button on your way in. I would appreciate it. And if you haven't subscribed, why the hell not? Why the hell not? Anyway, I also want to point out that BravoCon tickets go on sale Friday. And thank you so much to the people in the GoFundMe that donated. We are only 300 away right now, pretty much from our threshold for the tickets. Anything after that, like I said, goes towards airfare and lodging, and that's if y'all want to donate. But yeah, we're only 300 away from the ticket price, so really appreciate that. I just appreciate that y'all just show up and show out. And also, I want to give a shout out to, I was walking down West Village with some friends, and I walked past this this shop or whatever. I think it was a coffee shop, lunch, gelato shop, something. And this girl was waving frantically and was just like, I was just like, oh, I really appreciate shit like that. So I'm sorry I couldn't just stop in, but we were trying to get somewhere, but I really appreciate it. But yeah, if you see me out and about in these New York streets, please say hello. I am very nice, contrary to what I may look like in person. Let's see how y'all doing. Alex still hasn't unblocked me, so I couldn't chat on pop. Well, if he blocked you, it probably was a reason. Just don't give me a reason to block you. Hi, Chris. Good morning from LA. Hi, Chris. Can we talk about this lapdog pyramid forming? It's weird how we're getting Porsha and her entourage instead of getting 3 to 4 independent housewives. We got you, Chris. Yeah, please let us know, how did you get blocked by Alex? But I'm going to start the review. We have 50 people in the room already. Appreciate y'all. So so we open the episode as Shamia's, where she's organizing the donations received for Grenada. Kelly arrives, and again, her and Shamia, like, they really have become besties. Like, they have formed an alliance, it seems. Like, they're just like this. Anyway, we see that most of the ladies donated generously. But now, enter broke-ass Brit. Pulls up with another cardboard box and says, oh, well, I couldn't fit all of it in my car, so I'm having someone drop it off. Like, Shamia says, well, girl, someone's picking it up in an hour. Are they on their way? So then we cut to Britt's confessional, where she's saying she had, well, I had late notice from Shamia saying to donate. So she got as much items as she could bring. And I'm like, girl, y'all saw what she brought? Like, with the Birkin on her arm, like a little cardboard box. You have other wives, they donated like a truck full of stuff. Like, cases and cases of water. What does she come with? Like, we cut to Shamia. She's like, they go into the box. It is 2 packs of toilet paper, like the 9-roll pack, 2 packs, and I think some boxes of Kleenex. Like, she should be ashamed of herself. Really? Like, 18 rolls of toilet paper, bitch. Really? She literally probably took that out her closet on her way to Shamia's. Like, just, how you just have that in your little pantry? Like, oh, okay, let me just get some out. I'm surprised it wasn't already open with her tacky ass. Like just have a Birkin on her arm, looking at $400,000 cars, but can't feed everybody at an event for a little bit under 100 people. I don't get it. Why is she on this show? I have no idea. But if we're going to keep embarrassing her like this, we can keep her. Because I want to see her embarrassed every other episode. Shamia is basically holding on to. Oh wait, I'm sorry, I just skipped one part. So then, after Shamia clocks Britt in her confessional, because I think no one is surprised by Britt's, brokenness. Britt is talking about her shitty event and blames it on the event planner again. And as we heard, from the past week that her husband is allegedly being sued by the country club for $10K, and she still has not paid the event planner who had nothing to do with the food that we found out. She owes her $1,700. But yeah, she's then asking them about the drama at her event dealing with Drew. And Shamia is still holding on to the lapdog comment. Like Kelly is making a big deal out of like resetting in Grenada. And also looking at Kelly in her confessional, what is she wearing? Like she's dressed like a stripper. Like a netted dress. It looks like she has nothing on under the netted dress and a fur over it. Just interesting. Brokey. She could have went to Costco and got big packs of toilet. Exactly. Brisket Easy Bake Oven is just there giving nothing. Yay, it's been a minute since I caught a live. Well, I'm glad you're here. Like, if y'all just hit those notification button at the top, it should show up. Honestly, Kelly is so hollow that I would not lean on her. She blows whichever way the wind blows. Demote her to a friend of, give Shamia another chance. Yeah, Kelly is kind of flailing right now. Like, she really doesn't have anything going on but this like divorce that's going on off camera. So anyway, next scene, Porsha and Drew finally have their one-on-one sit down. 13 episodes in, where they've been beefing since episode 1. Porsha wants to clear the air before Grenada. She says she's aware that she's still working with Dennis, but she swears that she doesn't care anymore. And I'm like, Porsha, you definitely care. Like, for whatever reason, you're more mad at Drew than you are at your trifling baby daddy. So then Drew tells her it makes her feel uncomfortable, implying that she wanted Dennis romantically. I mean, look at Dennis. Look at Dennis. Google a picture of Dennis, please. Why would anybody want him? Why does anybody want Simon? Like, I would at least give Drew, girl, Ralph is fine. He ain't shit ass ninja, but he fine. So I'm sure Drew can do much better than Dennis. But that's just my opinion. She then calls out Porsha for filming with Ralph. Porsha's version of that story is Shamia was meeting with Ralph and he just so happened to be there. Bullshit. And she knows it. I hate when Porsha lies like this. Like, I think we, the audience, know that Porsha was just trying to get her lick back. And also, what Porsha was saying about Drew to Ralph, that was pretty foul. Even told Ralph that she was trying to get with Dennis. Like, that's not cool at all, Porsha. And I like Porsha. It just really sucks that she going out this sad, So Porsha then says Dennis told her, again, with the hearsay from the trifling baby daddy, that she's not trying to pursue him and that she's seeing someone else called Black. Time out. So 2 or 3 episodes ago, you just said that, with this new information that Dennis said that he wanted his payment. He didn't want, Drew in a sexual way. And now it's, oh, well, she never wanted me because she got somebody, she talking to Black. I don't get that. Like, Porsha, you see what you're doing right now? So then Drew stops her quickly and says, that's my friend. Now, knowing Drew, that's probably a lie. But at the same time, I guess she doesn't want her business out like that because, she doesn't want that used against her in her divorce proceedings or whatsoever. But yeah, I mean, y'all, it's difficult because this scene between the two of them, they both lie. They both lie. Like, I know some of y'all like Drew now, but she's still a liar to me. And then Porsha, I like her, but she lies as well. So I really don't know who's telling the truth, which is why I don't like this this drama between the two of them, because you don't know who's telling the truth. First Drew sleeping with Ty, then throwing at the dentist, and now Black. Pick a story, Porsha. Exactly. Thank you for the support. Appreciate you. Drew has had a career before Roa. I believe that. I could probably name 2 movies of hers with a gun to my head. 2. And that is Step Up and the TLC movie. And I know she was on the, this don't count, but she was in the video for Won't You Give It Up to Me with Sean Paul and Keisha Cole. Drew dating but still married, and that's totally fine to me. I don't know why she thinks it's a big deal, but yeah, maybe she didn't want her business out like that. Maybe they're just talking because dating is just, what's the word I'm looking for? It's so it's on the tip of my tongue, y'all. I hate when I have these little mental blocks. It's I can't think of the word. Help me out in the chat. It's so arbitrary. That's what I was looking for. Arbitrary. Look, live show, y'all. Live show. Anyway, Porsha says, why let rumors with Dennis? Because this is her mindset. She's like, why let rumors with Dennis spread if you're dating someone else? Like, Porsha, you are the one spreading these rumors. Like, you just did it 2 episodes ago. So they go back and forth on Black, and then Drew is like, oh, 2 can play that game. She's like, well, aren't you dating Future? And they had to bleep it out. And I'm like, I think any Black person understood what they said without the, with the bleep or not. And if you didn't know this, basically, I think Simon was the one who accused her of having an affair with Future while still married. So golf claps to Drew for bringing that up. That was really good on Drew's part. But that definitely caught Porsha off guard. Porsha then keeps trying to say that it wasn't about her dating Dennis or not. Drew then says with a smile, Porsha, the elephant in the room is you're going through a divorce. And you having all this smoking energy for me isn't real. And what Drew said in this without saying is, girl, you don't have your divorce storyline because you can't talk about it. Therefore, I'm your storyline. And look, here's the thing. I will give Drew props on that. That is how you break the 4th wall without breaking the 4th wall. Like, that's how you do it. Porsha, she can't even do it. She was just like, I don't want you to film my baby daddy on this show. So yeah, Drew, I give you your props. Like, this is the best performance Drew has done since she has been on the show. I will give that to her. I will give that. Now Riri Cook, you doing too much now. MVP is a stretch. That's a reach. That's a reach, but she doing well this season. I will give Drew that. Chris, Drew don't want her business out there because Ralph is petty and will punish her with it in a divorce. Exactly. I totally agree with that. Drew was on Disney, the CW, BEs. Oh, she was on the game, wasn't she? Now, see, I'm one of the Black people who didn't watch the game. I just wasn't interested at the time. When did the game come out? Y'all let me know, and I'll tell y'all why I didn't watch the game. Someone put Let me know when the game first came out, the year. Only took her 3 years to wake up. Wake up. Anyway, so where am I? All right. So they're going back and forth now, and Porsha is in flight mode again and decides to leave. I'm like, girl, you let Drew make you walk off? Really? And I just was thinking in my head, I was just like, I thought they were really going to move on. But they're still going to have this tension. I just really want this to be over and done with. My God. But again, I must say that Drew handled herself very well. Okay, so you're saying the game came out in 2006. Where was I in 2006? I was still in college. I was probably like a junior in college. I just wasn't interested in that type of television at the time. Like, I was a geek. I was still, in my anime bag, maybe watching. Was Grey's Anatomy on too? Or maybe that was when I was, no, that was a little bit later. It just wasn't the programming I was interested in at the time, y'all. Anywho, did I get that off the screen? All right, so next scene, we see a montage of the ladies packing, and then we're with Kelly telling her daughters how long she'll be gone. And then afterwards, she's discussing with her team how awful her estranged husband is. That is basically the crew of like Kelly's storyline, pretty much. Like, there really ain't nothing really going on outside of that. And then we have her restaurant, Neverland, that, like, is it built yet? Is it built yet? Otherwise, Kelly really ain't bringing anything. And I like her. I just want a little bit more. Also, side note, this is the first time I think we have 3 cast members in one season all going through messy divorces at the same time. That has to be a record, isn't it? So afterwards, next we're with all the ladies arriving at the airport, and this is the first time most of the ladies are seeing Phaedra, like a part of the cast. Angela gives her first impression of meeting Phaedra, and then cut to Phaedra shading Angela, like saying she is the oldest looking young woman that she's met. I mean, look, I will say that I don't believe that Angela is 3 years older than me. Like, I'm sorry. She's beautiful, but if she said that she was 50, she looks amazing for 50. Like, she has to be like 48, 49, something. Okay? Like, I just don't believe that she's 43. So, yeah, the shade that Phaedra gave, I wasn't mad at it. But now we're going to get on you, Phaedra, because I know you ain't talking because, look, we recently seen your before and after that's been circulating. Let me see if I have it in my photos. Okay. So allegedly, I don't know if that's Photoshop or AI, but again, just not too much, Miss Parks. Not too much. And yeah, like, look, I thought it was very unnecessary. Like, what does she have against Angela? Phaedra Minaj. Phaedra's giving the same energy that she claimed the Married to Medicine ladies gave her. Exactly. Like, giving real mean girl energy. Like, what? But yeah, some people, on the other side are saying, like, it's still, like, it's not dark shade. It's not too mean. It's just age, making fun of her age. But yeah, I don't know. I'll allow it. But when Angela comes for you, Phaedra, at the reunion, better be ready. I hope the person that's writing your reads, I hope you're ready. So they arrive in Grenada, and the country looks beautiful from all the camera shots. But unfortunately for Shamia, they lost her luggage, and it's allegedly coming the next day. That is one of my worst fears, y'all, especially traveling out of the country, that my luggage is gone. Like I would freak out. And then I would be like, run me my money. Run me my money. Give me $5K right now. Zell me right now so I can buy like a whole new wardrobe for this trip. Yeah, and that's why I hate when I'm on these like domestic travel. Like say if I'm going to Vegas, and look, I ain't got it like that. I don't do first class because I ain't got it like that. So if I get basic economy and I'm way in the fucking back, that's okay. I am living within my means. But what I hate is when they force you to check your bag. Because the whole reason for me to have a carry-on is so I don't have to, do a check bag situation. So then it's just like, okay, hopefully my bag gets there. So yeah, anywho. So they're driving between two cars, and we see Drew explaining to Phaedra, her beast with a few of the ladies. And Drew finds out about Shamia's radio interview, it seems, from the last episode. And she says, it's definitely petty on Shamia's part. Funny that she had no luggage, but the best she ever looked was when she went to that dinner in Grenada. Phaedra forget about her first season. She came in with bags under her eyes looking homely. Drag her. That's one of my biggest fears too, adding to a destination without my luggage. Imagine having a face cut from here to yonder and then making fun of somebody else's face. Crazy work. Ooh, y'all cannot stand Faye. And I love it. I love it. So they arrive at the house, and of course, there's going to be a thing about the room. About the room assignments, I'm sorry. So the ladies are staying two to a suite. Okay, fine. As long as we're not staying two to a room. So Shamia and Kelly are staying together and going to assign the rest of the ladies. So it's going to be Britt and Phaedra, Porsha and Angela, and then Cynthia and Drew. Not too much drama out of that. But then here comes the twist. They randomly choose, shots with numbers on the bottom. And all the rooms are nice, except for one room that has, one house that has a king bed and then a room with two twin beds in it. I thought that was messy because they could have easily gotten all the different, suites to be premium. And everybody have like a nice room. But they didn't. They wanted to be messy. So Cynthia and Drew just randomly chose this room, this house. And look, once again, poor Drew is in the worst room on a trip. And, she arm wrestled Cynthia for the king bed, but, they got to the house and she just let Cynthia have it. And I'm glad Drew is respecting her elders. And look, before you call shade on that, Cynthia is 2 years from 60. Give her the king bed. Just give her the king bed. Just push those two twin beds together. I would have did the same thing if I was Drew. I applaud her for that. So then later on, we're with just Shamia and Kelly. And Shamia's talking to her about Drew's Instagram post that she's tagged in, calling her out for the fake beef. No, she was calling you out for that radio interview that you did on her that was unwarranted. That's what I thought it was. In my opinion, it was unwarranted. So she's calling your ass out. So I'm sure it's going to be brought up later at their first dinner. Meanwhile, we see Drew and Cynthia bonding, and Drew is letting her know about her sit down with Porsha and how it was a disaster. Cynthia says they should have just called it even at this point. And she meant it as, her filming with Dennis and then Porsha filming with Ralph. In my opinion, honestly, I think Porsha was more wrong for meeting up with Ralph because you're just doing it out of sheer pettiness. There was no reason for her to meet up with Ralph, period. And then you add some extra spice on it to tell him about the rumor that she's sleeping with Dennis. To her husband, who is in a nasty divorce with her and using anything he can against her to get leverage in court. And as someone who is battling her current estranged husband. That's foul on Porsha's part. So I thought she was more wrong than Drew. So next scene is later in the evening. All the ladies are getting ready for dinner. They're at the table, and after some silly conversation, Kelly brings up resetting again and starts with Shamia and Drew resetting their energy. I'm just like, here we go. Going through the same thing. I'm tired of it. I'm tired. So Shamia didn't like being called a lapdog for running tell that to Porsha. Drew maintains her position. She's not changing it. Because she says for whatever reason she didn't meant to shade, even though I think she did. She even tells Shamia a hit dog gonna holler. Drew coming with the double entendre. Yes. And it really just fell in line with her calling her a lap dog. Like, I see you, Drew. She got a laugh out of me. Oh my God. Shamia should be glad they lost her luggage. Look, with those fashions, I totally agree. Cynthia is old enough to be Drew's mama. Oh my God. So Drew is actually my age. Drew is my age. And yeah, if Cynthia had a baby at 18, then yeah, Drew could be probably, her daughter. But I wouldn't say that much. It was given maybe like auntie or big cousin, big sis. I wouldn't say, now if she was like 65 or something like that, I'm like, okay. Like a Ramona age. But Cynthia, she's still like big sis age to me. Let's see. Phaedra definitely looked like a toad her first season. Missing a flight, I might literally leave the earth. This is where Porsha starts being actually dark and toxic. She keeps on repeating rumors that can actually mess people up. Porsha is deep and dangerous. So the song that I was singing, that is Keisha Cole from her second album before she gets into Gotta Give My Heart Back. It's the interlude before that, where she's like, here we go. Man, how come we can never get this right? Going. That's for the Keisha Cole fans in the chat. Drew just turned 40. Yeah, like she's a Taurus, right? Like a young aunt. Oh, hey, Alex. Alex is in the chat. It's the same age difference. And her, I see what you did there. And her sister, Alice. Yes, for the quotes. Anywho, so then Angela brings up to Shamia talking to them about Porsha. And I will say, when Shamia told Drew and Angela her grievances with Porsha, they didn't go run back to Porsha. They could have been messy. Angela didn't say anything until Shamia started showing her ass. And Angela was like, okay, bet. So I'm going to tell your best friend what you've been telling us. So that's a really good point that Angela brought up. But now Porsha and Shamia friendship is the topic. And look, just like Porsha, I'm just like, why are we going back to this? But Porsha says she found it odd. Everybody was asking about their friendship and they didn't even ask her. So Kelly's like, well, okay. Did you think you were a good friend? Do you think you were a good friend to Shamia? That you've been a good friend to Shamia? Now, Porsha wants to move on. She doesn't want to ask that question. And she doesn't want to answer that question. And I'm like, well, you literally just said that no one asked you about it. Now Kelly's asking you and you don't want to say anything. So maybe that's why they went to Shamia. But yeah, she's like, well, we've moved on. Me and Shamia have talked about this already. We good. We good. So they move on from the topic, but Kelly says, Drew and Shamia should be able to move on. So then she points out, or tries to point out, that Drew has issues with everyone at this table except Cynthia. Did y'all turn your head too? Were y'all confused as I was? Drew has issues with everyone at the table except Cynthia. Polly Pocket is just loud and wrong. Loud and wrong. Angela doesn't have beef with her. Phaedra doesn't have beef with her. Kelly, what is your beef with Drew? What is it? Is it just because Shamia has a beef with her? And Shamia wouldn't even have beef with Drew if it wasn't for Porsha. And then Britt, she's a non-motherfucking factor. I think she was mad at Drew and Angela for being close to Kenya, I guess, when that whole situation came down. Exactly. Shut up. That is the point where Kelly loud ass needs to just be quiet. Kelly got a small body and a smaller brain. You ain't right. You ain't right. So then Drew says she has no issue with Porsha. It's in fact the other way around. And here we go, back again on this never-ending roller coaster ride of an argument. Kelly tries to moderate again, and now that Drew has the floor, she admits that her communication to Porsha could have been better. When, her working with Dennis, she could have texted her or probably called her, and this would have never happened. But she tells Porsha that Dennis told her that she had her blessing. Porsha says that he lied. And I'm like, well, then you need to take that up with your baby daddy then. But she's not mad at him at all. So she says that she receives what Drew is saying, and hopefully once and for all, it is over. Excuse me, for the love of God, I hope it's over. Britt should be quiet for the rest of the season because of that party last week. Kelly can't even moderate her divorce. She needs to pipe down. Damn. Britt would be amazing in Love and Hip Hop. One bullet and she'll blow up big on that show. I wouldn't ask an established liar anything but the time of day. And even then, I probably wouldn't believe it. Kelly is very irritating, forever giving input on matters not concerning her. Ooh. Yes. It's crazy how Kelly was trying to moderate when Porsha on her most recent live basically told her stop being Andy. Yeah, I saw that. And now it looks like Kelly and Porsha going to be having some friction at the reunion. Just speaking of the reunion right quick, everyone is trying to figure out what the seating chart is going to be. The reunion is going to be filming this Thursday, so we'll finally find out. But I think a no-brainer is going to be Porsha is going to be next to Andy, but who is going to be on the other side? And at this point, I think it's going to be either Shamia, which it seemed like in the beginning of the season it was going to be Shamia, or Angela, because, she's the MVP of the season, and it looks like the finale is going to be focused on Angela, or wild card, it might be Drew, because it looks like, all these ladies are having beef with her, I guess, allegedly Kelly. Kelly has something to say. Shamia has something to say. Porsha, Britt. So yeah, it could be Drew as well. But I really hope that it's Angela, then Drew. Who else would it be after that? Angela, then Drew. I think it would have to be Kelly next to Drew, because Kelly can't be on the same side as Britt. And I think Britt's going to be next to Porsha. So I think Drew and Kelly are going to be sitting next to each other. And then on the other side is going to be Porsha, Britt, Cynthia, then Phaedra. Right. I don't think I'm missing anybody else. Oh, right. So then it would have to be Angela, then Shamia. Well, it could be Angela, Drew, Shamia, then Kelly. That's what I'm thinking. It's gonna be a very interesting reunion chart. But anyway, back to the rest of this. Let's see, where was I? Live show, y'all. So then, afterward, Britt asks for the floor and has everyone's attention. And she says that since we're talking about ex-husbands and baby daddies, Phaedra, I just want to let you know that Apollo and his wife were invited to my broke event. And I've had no relationship with Apollo whatsoever. There's no malicious intent. The whole table is confused because they're like, girl, what was the point of that? Did you really have to say it? Phaedra is confused. And everyone is just like, Britt, shut up. Why'd you even say that? So cut to Phaedra saying in her confessional that she couldn't care less. Like she's not married to Apollo. So then we cut to Shamia saying Britt needs to read the room and nobody talking about that. However, we are still talking about leaving your event hungry. Oh, that was good. Shamia might be back in our good graces after that. That was really good. But yeah, now the credits are rolling, y'all. And Kelly leads the toast about moving forward. And that is where the episode ends. Well, this episode was all right. I mean, it's just the Porsha and Drew dynamic. The fight, it doesn't interest me at all. And the fact that Porsha keeps bringing back what Dennis said, like these rumors, like first it's like, oh, well, you're being inappropriate with my baby daddy, to, oh, well, he told me that, he's not even, that you didn't try to get with him, but you're with Black. So why are you running with this narrative? Porsha, leave Drew alone. Like, there should not be this much smoke for Drew. Y'all could have got over that by episode 3. The issue is you ain't got nothing going on because you can't talk about it. It is what it is. Also, Shamia and Kelly trying to piggyback on Porsha's beef with Drew, I found that very annoying. So yeah, the title of my episode was The Gang Up on Drew is Annoying and Getting Tired. Also, I would love to know, how did y'all think Phaedra did, her first episode, full episode as a cast member? I think she's basically doing the same thing that she's doing on Married to Medicine, not really bringing that much. Like, we could have at least seen a day in her life before the trip in some type of scene. Right now, it's giving friend of energy, not main cast member. I'm still trying to give her grace since she did come into the season 12 episodes in, which is crazy to me. But I felt like, production was desperate. They needed to add another component to the show now that they didn't have Kenya on. But overall, I would give this episode a 7 out of 10. I'm being generous. Like, I would say 6, but I'm going to say give it a 7 because, I was still entertained mildly. So that's my review, y'all. Let's see what y'all saying. Phaedra couldn't care less. Heavenly set up that Apollo invite and got Phaedra running from Married to Medical. I would say it's different because she's putting her in a situation with Apollo and her ex-wife. Not his ex-wife. Apollo and his estranged wife on the trip with her, which there was no reason to do that. Like, of course, like, why are you doing that with the cast member on the show and you're bringing Apollo and his then wife at the time? Like, I just thought that was pretty foul. Let's wake that up because she literally jumped shows to not interact with Apollo. I thought she jumped shows because of Heavenly being real messy. Phaedra brought nothing, just a few inaccurate, slick comments. We didn't need Phaedra and her faces. And I agree. She's bringing the same thing. Now, Chris, you know you can't ask that question about Phaedra. Nobody is seeing it for her but the white fans. I agree. I think overwhelmingly, nobody in this chat is giving Phaedra the benefit of the doubt. Does anyone in the chat think Phaedra was doing at least the bare minimum this episode? Probably not. So yeah, y'all. Next up will be my basketball wives review. I'm gonna probably take the notes today. I'm off tomorrow, so y'all probably get that on Wednesday. Again, if you can, the GoFundMe is highlighted in the chat. We are so close to reaching that threshold. $200, like $200 and some change left. I still can't believe it. But yeah, thank y'all so much to everyone who's donated. If you haven't and you want to, the link is in the chat. Look, we can get to 200 today. I think we can. I really do. But yeah, y'all, with that, make sure you wait, no rush on basketball wives. Y'all a mess. Anywho, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all.